Your morning starts now. It's the Q102 Jeff and Jenn podcast brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport/fly healthy.
Marie is looking for a second date update with a guy named Tommy. Hi, Marie. How are you?
Hi, thanks so much for having me on, seriously.
Well, you sound stressed out. You sound distressed.
Yeah, I definitely have been thinking about this a lot, and I'm just sort of confused and kind of scared, I guess. I just don't really know what to do.
So this guy obviously made quite an impression on you.
Yeah, it was just so good. It was so great, and it was just hard to, understand what went wrong, I guess,
All right, well, let's start from the beginning. Why don't you tell us how you met Tommy and how that first date went?
Yeah, totally. So I met him online, and I just thought that he was awesome, just talking back and forth, and we totally hit it off. So we decided to go to dinner, and we got drinks at Nick and Tom's, and I honestly had the best time. He was just cracking me up. We have just a really similar, sense of humor, and he was sweet and sensitive, and not only was he really easy to talk to, but in the midst of our conversations, some sensitive topics came up, and I got all teary-eyed and almost started to cry telling him the story, and he was really, I don't know, just this really had a very sort of connected energy, I guess. He was looking at me and paying attention, and I know that sounds silly to be oh, you paid attention, but I don't know, it's kind of rare,
Well, it's different when you know that you're really being listened to. You're really being,
totally,
when they're holding the space and hearing you. Yeah.
And he even went to grab my hand, and he even got a little teary eyed, and that was just really sweet,
What are you guys talking about?
I know. What was he teary eyed about?
I think it was just the fact that he was so grateful that I was opening up, and I don't know, it just felt very natural. It didn't feel this oh, I'm gonna force tears to make this girl seem that I'm, whatever. It just seemed, it was natural. He really felt a certain way,
That's cool. Mm-hmm. How many drinks in were you guys?
How many bottles of wine down were you?
I'm kidding.
Yes, that's actually fair. But we both really, I don't know, we just felt this connection, and so after obviously a few drinks, we did go back to his place, and that was really great. And I didn't stay the whole night, but I did stay for a few hours, and I don't really know what to say, but I really felt this really strong connection to him, and everything he did and everything he said, he felt connected to me too. So I just have absolutely no idea what's going on, and he's not returning my texts, and I just feel, I don't know, I just want to know was it real or was it not,
So that was the last time you ever saw or heard from him, was when you left his place?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, this does sound like it was a one-night stand for him. I know it didn't feel like that at the time, but one could argue, I'm not saying this happened.
Are you going to say he was being manipulative?
He played you like a fiddle. Got what he wanted. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but we've seen it happen.
We've seen fake good listeners. Well, it feels like the crying, the connecting. He gets what he wants, he leaves, never hear from him again. It's like a movie.
It is suspect because you haven't heard from him since then. After this emotional connection and all you poured out
moments.
there. Yes. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's something completely different, like his grandmother in Nebraska died and he had to go save the family farm or something. But
let's not wish for dead grandmas.
No,
How
we
about
don't
he
want
had to
dead.
run out of work on a last-minute trip out of town or something?
Yeah, because his coworker's grandma died and he had to cover for him.
Yeah, guys, honestly, at this point, anything other than, my worst fears of him, like, totally playing me, I'll
Right.
take it.
Okay.
It just sucked, the whole idea of being played because you're so convinced that you are making an accurate judgment of this person and their character. And when you realize that you've been played in a situation like this, you start to question every interaction that you have with everybody, starting to think, well, if I was naive enough to buy that guy's act, who else am I being naive with? And I hate that.
Yeah.
So he better be in Nebraska.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll call him up. Wherever he is, we will find him, Marie.
Thank you.
A second date update continues next with Jeff and Jen, Cincinnati's Q102. All right, Marie met Tommy online. They went out to dinner, had some drinks, connected. They have a very similar sense of humor. He sounds like a very sweet, sensitive guy, very good listener, made an emotional connection. I guess they talked about some heavy stuff. They kind of went here, there, and everywhere. It was a long night, but they established a good connection and ended up going back to his place. She said that was great. Stayed a few hours, left. That was the last she'd seen or heard from him. And I hate to think that this was just a typical one-night stand where the guy played her, led her to believe that there was an emotional connection where there really wasn't. He was just trying to get her into bed. I hope I'm wrong about this, but one way or another, we're going to find out. Whether we like it or not, this is what we go into second date update for. Is we may not like the answer, but we're going in for closure.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Hello,
Can we speak to Tommy, please?
this is Tommy.
Tommy, it's Jeff and Jen and Fritz and the whole gang here at Q102. How are you?
Yay.
What?
Yay! It's your lucky
Yeah.
day.
I think that's the first yay we've gotten on a second date update call. How are you, brother?
I'm doing all right now. What's up?
Well, I mentioned second date update because this is a second date update call. I'm not sure if you're that familiar with our show, but we do this daily. And we got a call about you from a lovely young woman named Marie. Went on this great date with you. She said you guys hooked up. According to her, you guys have this great time together, this great connection, and then after she leaves your place, you never speak to her again. So she's rewinding this in her mind and going back over the events, trying to figure out what she did wrong. We wanted to get your thoughts and impressions on the date and whether or not there was any chance of seeing Marie again.
Okay.
So let's go back to when you first met Marie. What were your first impressions?
Marie's great. I mean, it's easy to get along with, easy to talk to, cute. I mean, everything a guy would want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got something else going on? You got another woman in your life, an ex who's come back into your life? What's happened?
None of that. Actually, this whole situation has been pretty upsetting, to be honest, because I thought she was great. We had a lot of good conversations. She opened up a lot, which made me open up a lot to her, and I felt comfortable. But I got to tell you, I've never felt more used in my entire life.
Used? Why? What happened?
After this great night, and of course, we spent hours talking. We ended up back at my place. At the end of the night, she snuck out in the middle of the night. Not a word, not a kiss, not a thank you for dinner, nothing like that. No acknowledgement that anything even happened between us. It was very upsetting. By the time morning rolls around, I wake up and the bed's empty. There's nobody there. So of course, I look for her. She's not in my apartment anywhere. And that's even more upsetting. But then I looked at the door, and it was unlocked. So that's a different issue altogether. She didn't even lock the door. I mean, anything could have happened. Somebody could have came in. I could have been robbed, or worse could have happened. So that's totally not cool on top of all the other totally not cool stuff. So, yeah, I'm a little hurt and pissed. And, it's a huge, huge disappointment. So
Interesting.
That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I mean, this sounds like, Jeff at every party ever he's gone to. He just kind of,
Well, yeah.
Houdini.
sneaks out the door.
Well, that's
We call it the Jeff exit.
guilty.
But never in these types of situations.
That wouldn't be right.
No.
Well, sometimes, yeah, because you feel like, I don't know, sometimes I didn't always want to wake up next to that person. Like, I just wanted to reconnect the next day? Or what if she had to go let the dog out or something, you know?
Well, let's talk to Marie. Marie, you heard what Tommy had to say. Were you in a hurry to get out of there? Did you forget to lock the front door? Did you just not want to wake him up? Like, what was the story there?
I'm so shocked right now. Like, not only did I totally kiss you goodbye, and I also said that I would call you later. I even asked if you wanted me to lock the door, and you said, don't worry about it. Like, you don't remember any of that?
No, I don't. I don't remember any of that. And I'm not buying what you're saying either. I'm a light sleeper. I would have totally remembered you talking to me. I would have woken up for sure and locked the door.
Even in a situation where, because you guys had quite a bit to drink, no?
And not
yeah,
that much.
But, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just I don't really know what else to say. I'm not lying. And honestly, I just cannot believe that you're so upset and that you don't believe me. I'm just of all the things, I can't believe that this is actually happening right now.
As much as we talked, I figured there was so much open communication. If you had to leave, you could have told me. You could have easily woken me up and told me, and we could have had another nice, great conversation. But we didn't. You could have left me a note, anything. You didn't. You just left.
That's just not true. I just said I totally had this conversation with you. I literally remember talking to you. I just don't get it.
I'm shocked that there's just such a vast difference in your recollection, because you both sound like you're telling what you believe to be
right.
The truth.
But okay, so
yeah, I mean, I don't know what you do.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, so there's no hope of a second date or a meetup. I mean, clearly, Tommy, Marie tried to get in contact with you. Is that not a sign that she wasn't just bailing on you?
It's too little, too late. I mean, the fact that she just left is one thing. The fact that she didn't even lock the door, I mean, that says I'm not concerned about your safety, you and your everything you have going on in your life. Just leave the door open.
Fritz is making faces like she's really annoyed with you right now.
I am, because I feel like if there was all of this connection, do you know how hard it is to find someone in the world that you connect with? And you know what? Sorry, the door was open. She was listening to Bruno, leaving the door open. I mean, it was an accident. But I mean, you can't forgive her for this? I mean, not that I want you to now, because I don't think you should be together, but I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's not so much an accident as much as I just look at it as careless.
Yeah, okay. No.
I don't know if she'd want to see. I don't know. Would you even want to? Yeah.
No.
All right.
Oh no, I have my answer.
Yeah, you got your answer, girl. Okay. Well, Tommy, thanks for setting us straight. We appreciate you taking the call and having the conversation with us. And Marie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. I'm really, thank you.
Sucky outcome, but better than what we were speculating.
True.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you both.
Thanks.
All right. If you need our help with the second date update, all you have to do is send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.